Good afternoon, what's happening, Mayor? Hope you guys enjoyed my show I made earlier. Was you, Ivan? I went to the store to get my beer and my smokes, and I got McDonald's. I was craving McDonald's today over slices, but slices are getting annoying. What'd you get? I got 3 McDoubles with 2 pies. Yeah. Fucking hungry. With mayonnaise, right? And like chicken sauce. It's amazing. Yeah. Think something about this for my sliders, guys. For my company, right? Except I'll tell the guys for the sliders, don't have double patties, have single patties. Like the cheeseburger at McDonald's, not the McDouble, the cheeseburger. It's top notch. Yo, I mean, what you said in your video is true, man. Your company will blow out the water, man. All the hot actors are like, yeah, you're gonna make us feel like shit, I know. All the hot actors are like shit because my company blows out the water. And me and VJ are the most famous movie stars in the world. Most famous movie stars in the world, man. VJ, right? Why do you put ketchup on your hamburger? They don't put enough at McDonald's. I like a lot of ketchup. That's why whenever I get McDonald's or Burger King or Wendy's, I always add extra ketchup on because they don't put enough. I can eat it with like the way it is, but it's better when I put a bit more ketchup on it, obviously. Right? Yeah. I haven't had McDonald's in a long time. Last time I had McDonald's was when I made the video last year. That was the last time I had McDonald's. It's a couple months ago, right? Yeah. Yeah, Ivan, your comments will be better than Holly. Yeah, I will. This glass will blow out the water. Emma. It will blow out the water sky source. Yeah, man, you and VJ are gonna be famous movie stars. Yes, we will. You and VJ are gonna be famous movie stars. Most famous movie stars in the world, man. Crazy, huh? More famous than all the Hollywood actors, Bollywood actors, India. Yeah. As the Bollywood actors are very famous in India, obviously, right? Just like the Hollywood actors are very famous in America and other places of the world, mainly America, right? And then like Canada. The Bollywood actors are very famous in India, obviously. They're very famous in India, those guys, right? Is the Bollywood industry bigger than Hollywood? I think it is. Or it's just as big, right? Because India has more people living there than America. So there's a bigger market for the Bollywood actors than the actors in America in Hollywood. Because India has like almost 1 billion people living there. And Bollywood is like just as big as Hollywood. As the Indian actors get paid their millions too. In their currency, whatever it's called, right? Yeah. Maybe just the most famous actors in the world. Yeah. Yeah. It's heavily glory, man. Me Legion movie, right? Glory. Yeah, glory. Glory. All right, well, you have fun filming the movie with VJ. Of course I will. We know the end product will be so cool. Like, yeah, production's dirty work, but me and VJ know we're gonna get paid a lot of money for it. And we know once the post-production team edits it and the world sees the trailer, it's something fucking cool, man. With the special effects and the visual effects and everything. You and VJ are famous movie stars. It's an amazing feeling, obviously, being a movie star. For each of the red carpet event. That's why the Hollywood actors are begging, because they had a fun time. It's fucking cool being a movie star live in VJ. I mean, feature on the red carpet, man, with them. And everything. Like, you're a big famous movie star in live VJ's movie, man. Yeah. Thank you, Sarah. I know. Yeah. It's fucking cool. Obviously. That's your dream, Ivan. Yeah, that's my dream. Ever since I did a clean slate, I'm like, yeah, I want to be a famous actor. Even when I was a kid, deep down inside, I always wanted to be an actor. I knew my chances were not high because I thought I was an average person, so I had other career. But deep down, I always wanted to be an actor. Obviously. And the money I make off the book, I can achieve the dream of VJ and be a famous movie star VJ. And then make 40 million off the book, I can easily start my own film studio in Hollywood. Or maybe just get to be movie stars. Yeah. Obviously. You get paid a lot of money for it. Yeah. A lot of people are living a dream life, man. They're fucking famous movie stars. And they're getting paid so much money for it. Way more money than what we make in Hollywood. Yeah, I'm making way more than what all these actors around the world make in Hollywood right now. Bollywood. The Bollywood and Hollywood actors get their millions, but they don't get their billions, right? They're not making their billions for a contract, right? Try some sour. Well, the only way, Ivan, you can make your billions is if you don't sell to the gates. You sell to the gates, you're not going to make your billions as a movie star. You'll be lucky to get like $4 or $5 million contracts in Hollywood. Sell, Ivan. They'll pay you like $1 million, $2 million, $3 million for your movie. Get 2 people, man. And take all your money, right? Yeah, like they do VJ, right? Yeah. How's the burger, Ivan? It's good. I told you I like Burger King better, and Wendy's better than McDonald's, right? Burger King is better than McDonald's. Yeah. No, I work tomorrow. Yeah, man. I fucking work. Ugh. So it is weird seeing Vision in a big budget movie. Yeah, it is. Because all the Hollywood actors remember, yeah, I remember Victoria Justice when she was doing independent movies in Hollywood. A shitty career. Now she's doing a big budget movie with Ivan. She's clean with Ivan, she's boss with Ivan. She's doing big budget movies with Ivan. And they sign huge deals for their movie contracts. Yeah. Yeah. The VJ knows that deal's huge. Of course she does. Not stupid. She knows me and her especially have the keys. The deal we signed with Amazon's a huge deal. Yeah. It's a deal worth billions, man. Tens of billions. It's a huge deal, yeah. My food was good. Take a shot after this. Enjoy showing you guys my beer, right? Yeah. So I the deal you and VJ signed for your movies, it's a joint deal. Yeah, it's a joint deal. It's both me and her's money. So all the billions that we make are both me and VJ's money, obviously. That's the best way to make it work. Don't have separate deals. No. The deal we signed is a joint deal. Obviously. So the tens of millions you make off the Zane spend, that's me and VJ's money. The Great Escape, that's me and VJ's money. We have a joint deal. Me and VJ, we co-signed for the deal with Amazon and myself and Sony. You guys know what I'm saying? Look, it's a huge deal, guys. Something crazy. A deal worth tens of billions. That's why the Gates want me to sell. They don't want me making that money, right? Oh, yeah. 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 So scarces will blow out of the water. Yeah, according to Google, I went on Google yesterday. The Hollywood industry brings in about 65 billion annually a year. Well, the Zayden's band alone will be doing 100, 130, 140 billion dollars in sales, something crazy. That's why Sky Source blows out of the water. It's better quality in Hollywood, and it's make my Sky Source company, my Sky Source brand, movie brands, are making more money than the whole Hollywood industry for the brand. Yeah. As Zane's brand will do 100 billion, 130 billion and sell something crazy. It just depends on who will buy it. But if I make 100 billion off the brand, that means the brand did about like 150 billion in sales. And after taxes, me and VJ take like what? Not in our like I don't know 80 something billion, because Amazon, don't forget, takes 10% of it, right? I make 100 billion. If I make 100 billion, yeah, the brand did like 150 billion sales. If I make 50 billion, the brand did like 80, 90 billion sales. Hollywood peaks at $65 billion a year annually, according to Google. That's why Scar was blows out of the water. You guys, I'm sorry. Yo, Ivan's movie alone, his merch and his game, is generating more money than the entire Hollywood industry. Yeah. That's why the gates see me as still evil, obviously, because I'm affecting their Hollywood business, their Hollywood entertainment business a little bit. Obviously, but if the Hollywood companies charge more, they're still making their money. And the gates are still making their tens of choices. They're just greedy pigs. Obviously. Yeah, greedy pigs, obviously. How much do you think you make off his hands, man, Ivan? I don't know. I highly doubt 100. Probably like 50 billion around that I make off the brand. Movie merchant game, I make like $50 billion. You usually make like our $50 billion off the brand in profit. Yeah, maybe 42, 43 billion, something crazy. And you know that's a lot of money. It's not the money the gates are making. They're just greedy, obviously. Yeah, I mean, you know I make my tens of trillions. I don't want you making your 40, 50 billion off your Zane's brand, Ivan. I don't want you making that kind of money. I'm happy you're the one with their own VJ, duh. Yeah. Yeah. That's why once we decide that might deal with Amazon, you get the announcement Item with her Justice sign deal with Amazon. Amazon owns distribution rights. Um, Ivan and VJ get 90%, Amazon gets 10% of the profits. The whole world's like, holy shit, man, Ivan and VJ signed a mega deal. They interview us, how does it feel to partner with Amazon? It feels good. They're the biggest distribution company in the world. We look forward to work with them in the future and all that stuff. You know. Yeah. Yeah. Why don't you feel bad about the Gates' money? No, they make more. They make so much money around the world. They don't even know what to do with their money. Ivan, the Gates have been making their what? Even though you're affecting their whole industry a little bit, Ivan, they're still making their tens of trillions every year, Ivan. They've been making their tens of trillions ever since you were born, Ivan. So let's say you pay the fee when you're 40. Let's say they pull in 20, 30 trillion every year, 40 trillion every year. How much money did the Gates make over the past 40 years? Hundreds of trillions while they kept you poor, obviously. And do not let those guys take your, I don't know, your 30, 40, 20, 50 billion off your book when they make all that money on the world, Ivan. They're greedy pigs, man. They're greedy psychopaths. That's why I gave them the keys. My father gave me the keys. He knew they were psychopaths, obviously. That's why he gave me the keys. Because they have a devilry envy and they have a psychotic greed towards me and VJ, obviously. Whereby they're never going to let me and VJ be billionaires even if we sell to them. Because they just can't stand the fact of me and VJ being not rich. Yeah, I can't stand the fact of me being not rich. I'm envious. I can't stand it. VJ being not rich. It pisses me off. Yeah, that's why God gave me the keys. That's why I can make my billions. They don't do me, man. Sorry. Oh, yeah. Hey guys, hot shower for this. When George will do guys with my beer. Yeah. And I work tomorrow, right? All I gotta do, Ivan, is wake up at 8, get over with, and at 2:40 you're done your shift. Yeah. I get my 6 days off again, right? How much money do I have to save this paycheck? Well, I'm gonna do this myself. Once I get my welfare check, I have like 500 saved. I'm actually gonna be disciplined. I'm not going to touch it. I'm gonna really rediscipline myself and stop getting beer and smokes and food and that kind of stuff, right? Yeah. 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 That's what we do. We like, cheers, Ivan. Once we signed a deal with Amazon, cheers, Ivan. We signed a huge deal with Amazon, Ivan. I know, VJ. This is a deal worth tens of billions, man. Yeah. Amazon deal's probably a $30 billion deal for the Zane's brand. And the game is another like maybe 18, 15, 20 billion deal for the game. Because the game will make billions too, obviously. Yeah, like a 15 billion deal for the game. I mean, we just signed a mega deal for the Zane's deal, man. It's a huge deal. Amazon signed a huge deal too. They get their 10%, right? They're making the billions too. Yeah. Well, Amazon try to get more. Yeah, they will, but I'm gonna be strict. No, guys, I'm not giving you any more than 10%. You get 10, we get 90. I'm not having guys do about that, man. You're not the main event. You're only making this money because maybe just keys. I'm nice enough to give you 10%. I'm not giving you more than 10, guys. 10's enough. If I make 30 billion off the movie and the merge, you guys make you $3 billion. That's a lot of money for the company. Yeah, that's a lot of money. Yeah, that's enough money for us. Yeah, Amazon, stop being greedy. Obviously. Yeah. Why? How much will Amazon be making? It just depends on how much money I make. If me and VJ make 60 billion off the movie and the merge, Amazon gets 6 billion. They get their 10%. So Amazon's making their billions, obviously, off me and VJ's movie. All right, how much money do you think you'll make off your Zane's brand? It's between like 50 to about $100 billion I'm going to be making around there. 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100 billion I make off, maybe to make off the brand. I don't know. It's around that range. I don't know. Maybe the low end 50 billion, right? Most likely around there, $50 billion maybe you make off the Zane's brand. Something crazy. That's why the Hollywood actors agents want to be a cut of that, because they know it's unlimited, the profits, obviously. They want more money. They want to suck more money out of the back end points, right? Profits. Because they're greedy, the Hollywood actors, managers, and agents are greedy, obviously. Yeah. Because they might tell me, yeah, even like, you're greedy too. Like, you're making all that money, you're giving us the peanuts. Yes, guys, because these actors are not worth any more than this. There's a reason why I make way more than Hollywood actors with VJs, because we're much bigger than them. Like, all these Hollywood actors are puny and small compared to me and VJ. That's why they get peanuts compared to how much money me and VJ make. I'm still making sure they're getting paid and they sign mega deals. Yeah, it's a mega deal, but it's not the deal you signed. Yeah, guys, if you don't like what I'm paying you, and you're average to the fact I make way more, you go work in Hollywood and make less money, guys. I gave you a good deal. 130 million for Ben Affleck and all those guys is enough for their contracts. They don't make that in Hollywood. It's a mega deal for them. And 200 million for Keanu Reeves is enough. The Grays, I'm not paying me money. I'm not having you guys do me. Center. Yeah. It's a deal, Ivan. Holy shit, this is a mega deal. Yeah, it's a mega deal. Just stop thinking about the amount of money me and are making, and just know that I gave you a good deal. If you think about the amount of money me and are making, you're gonna feel like shit. Just know that I gave you a good deal. I assigned you a mega deal. But even though it's peanuts compared to how much money me and are making, you're still making a lot of money, guys. I'm generous enough to pay you this mega deal. I'm not going to pay these guys more money. I'm going to tell the agents that I'm not going to have these guys do me, man. You guys are getting greedy. Why? You're greedy too. Like, you're taking all those blades for yourself, But if you don't like it, then go work in Hollywood, make less money, guys. There you go. It's a deal. I mean, I give you a deal. Yeah. 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 Why will your movies be on the same quality as Hollywood? Yeah, of course it is, because I have Hollywood guys working for my company. So it's the same quality as Hollywood. It's independent, but the quality did not dip because I'm hiring Hollywood people. Hollywood actors, Hollywood crewmen, Hollywood directors, screenwriters. That way my company is on the same quality as Hollywood. You don't see a dip in quality for the movies. Obviously. It's the same quality as Hollywood, except it's better technology for the movies. That's why it's a better experience, obviously. As you're looking at a revolutionary technology for the Great Escape and Xenos. No movie has ever been made for $800 million before. No movie has ever been made for $3 billion. No trilogy has ever been made for $3 billion. That's why the technology of my movies will blow Hollywood out of the water, and you'll get the same quality for the acting, for the directing, for the writing, because I'm hiring Hollywood people. That way, you maintain the same quality as Hollywood, obviously. Because if you have serious people, Ivan, you're going to see a dip in quality in your movies. Yeah, I'll have crazy buzz and everything, but the quality of your movie will dip, and it will not have as much buzz, obviously, as no one cares about the serious actors, and serious actors are not that great actors. That's why they don't get paid that much. Whereas the Hollywood actors are the best of the best. That's why they get paid the big bucks. They're not cheap. They cost a lot of money, but I can easily afford to pay them millions. I'm a multi-billion VJ. I can easily afford to pay those guys millions. More than even what they make in Hollywood. If their agents agree, I'm not paying these guys for money. I'm not having guys do me. So, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. Yeah. So the Hollywood actors will be curious when you're king with VJ. Yeah, they're all gonna have that thought. Okay, well, Ivan really starts Skies Entertainment, and once they see me trending with George, they're like, holy shit, Ivan is starting Skies Entertainment. Obviously, and you guys see the documentary, and holy shit, Ivan like he built his studio a lot. Before you know it, I'm hard. I work in the office with Peter Mel, and my office is over for business, and all the holiday agents are calling my office. It's crazy, man. Hello, I think I might help you. They all call, man. All the actors want to be my movie so bad. It's crazy. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I want to be part of that Amazing Zane story. I'd be a movie star with Ivan. Yeah, I'll call him. Obviously, it's crazy. Yeah. 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 Well, the Hollywood actors panic. Yeah, they will a little bit. Yeah, they're gonna panic. Obviously, all the YouTubers, the musicians, the Hollywood actors are gonna go into a panic once they see that I'm training with George, and like all the agents and executives in Hollywood know, oh my god, Ivan's actually starting that film studio. That's when they'll start to panic a little bit because they're worried about their careers. Like I hope Ivan doesn't like fuck up my career, man. I have a successful television show. When Ivan starts entertainment, my show might get canceled. Less interest in my shows now because Ivan's now king with VJ and he's trending. The world's distracted by the trends, and they're all they care about more is Sky Source, less about our careers. Even though they do care about their careers, they care way more about me and VJ's movie career than those guys. Because we're gone, they're not. They have that worry, obviously. A's actors have that worry. I hope this doesn't fuck up my career. Obviously, like I hope my movies don't flop and everything. And yeah, I hope my big like buzzing movies don't flop and everything. I hope like I'm saying I make a lot of money for the company. Yeah, they're panicking obviously because they're worried about their careers. Obviously, right? It'll be a bit. They have a bit of a panic. Even the YouTubers will have a bit of a panic. Like Need to Star Wars Theory, Nerdrotic, Midnight Edge, John Campia, if he's still doing a show by then, Rame Burnett. They all have a panic, obviously. Brad, they're panicking a little bit. They're scared less fans will tune into their channels. And if less fans tune into their channels, they make less money. That's why they see me and VJ as thieves, obviously. Stealing from them because like they're scared less fans are interested in their channels. And if less fans are interested in their channels, they have less views, they make less money. Less fans are interested in their brands that they have, the YouTubers have. A lot of YouTubers have brands, right? They're scared of them making less money. They make less income, obviously. They have that fear, obviously. That's why they see me, VJs. That's why you guys see, you and VJ are fucking thieves. You're stealing from us and everything. Yeah, but guys, man, I deserve to be that restaurant. I created this place. You know what I'm saying? Oh, hey, I deserve to be that rich. I'm the creator, it's not you. There we go. Sarah? Yeah. That's why all the Hollywood actors just want to work for me because they know as long as they work for me, they don't have to worry about their careers being a side tension and like their movies flopping, their shows getting canceled. They don't have to worry about that because they're the main event with me. When they go back to Hollywood, the side tension, they have that worry about their careers because they're now the side tension Hollywood actors. Like just like if hypothetically speaking, if I saw the SHL Pro Hockey League, all the NHL athletes feel like shit because I started Guys Entertainment, which is Hollywood on steroids. All the Hollywood celebrities feel like shit Sky Source is better than Hollywood, and I can pay them more, and Iron and VJ are the main event. They're not. There you go. We're the most famous movie stars in the world, VJ, man. The most famous movie stars in the world. That's crazy, I know. Yeah. Right, will some shows get canceled and some movies flop because of Sky Source? Of course. My company is affecting the anime industry a little bit, quite a little bit, obviously, but most of the actors should be fine, but some of them will be affected by my fame and my company, obviously. Like, chances are a lot of television shows will be getting canceled because there's less. The fans don't really care about those shows anymore. They care way more about Ivan and VJ and their company, the tweeting to the website, the trends. They don't care about those other shows that much compared to the way they care about Ivan and VJ's movies. And quite a bit of shows get canceled because of me and VJ's career and our fame when we're King and Queen. But there's still a lot of shows that will still be on the air that fans love, but they're the side tension. That's my point, right? Yeah, and quite a bit more movies in Hollywood will most likely be flopping. Even like big budget movies, some of them might flop, break even because the fans are less interested in those movies. They care more about Iron and VJ's movies. You got some Sarah Zane's movie and the Gray Escape movie, Keanu Reeves. But quite a bit of them will still be making their money. But chances are quite a bit of movies will be flopping because of Iron and VJ Sky Source company. The fans are just not as interested in those movies compared to the way they're interested in Iron and VJ's Gray Escape with Keanu Reeves or Zane's movie. Got some Sarah. Yeah. So the Hollywood actors know, the Hollywood actors know as long as they're in my movie, their career feels like it's worth a lot. It feels like it means something because they're a part of the main event with you and VJ. Obviously, they're the movie stars with you and VJ, part of the main event, right? Because when they're in Hollywood, they're the side tension. They're not a part of the main event. They're left behind in the side tension in Hollywood. There you go, Williamson, yeah. Left behind the side tension, Sarah. That's my point. Yeah. Even the big channels who have big followings will panic. Oh yeah. Rabbit and Neatooz have millions of fans. Neatooz has like about 3 something million subscribers on his channel. Big following. Rabbit has almost 14 million subscribers on his channel. These are big YouTubers, and even those guys will panic because they're all small and puny compared to me and VJ, right? They're not as big as me and VJ. They're all puny and small compared to me and VJ. Yeah. They're scared less people will watch their stuff. And if less people watch their stuff, they make less money. They don't make as much money, obviously. They're scared about the brands, their merch, all that stuff. That they're successful brands, companies that they have. They're scared less people will be interested in it, and they might make less money. They have that fear, obviously. I guarantee YouTube will raise the ad dollar amount for the YouTubers while I'm king. That way they can get paid more money. They might do that, right? So I am affecting the economy a little bit, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah. That's why they see us as thieves, obviously. People see me as VJ as thieves. Yeah, Ivan's rotting from us and everything. Because of his fame with VJ and being a movie star VJ, less fans are interested in my television show, my YouTube channel, my movies, and my movie flopped because of that, and my show got canceled because of fucking Ivan and VJ's fame when they're King and Queen. And their film career, their movie career, their acting career as movie stars. Yo, Ivan, like once you and VJ are fucking famous movie stars for Zaynus and the fucking Great Escape with Keanu Reeves and all that, man, like our career is pretty much done, Ivan. Like, we can't compete with that. And you guys will be rewatching my movies over and over again when you purchase it, right? Yeah, you're gonna watch it like hundreds of times in your life, right? Even thousands of times, hundreds of times in your life, right? You're gonna keep rewatching it over. The best experience will be the first time you watch it. You don't know what happens, but like you're gonna keep rewatching my Zane's with my Gray Escape movie. It's crazy. The world will keep rewatching it. It's so cool Seeing IMVJ, oh, you never get tired of that stuff, right? Yeah. Yeah. So the executives in Hollywood panic. Oh yeah, they will. They're scared. Oh fuck, man. I hope IMVJ's movie career doesn't fuck up our box office on television shows, man. Obviously, but it will be affecting some of their movies and their television shows. Obviously, a lot of shows will get canceled because of IMVJ's fame. Or King, we don't hate you guys. I'm saying, and quite a bit of movies will flop, like big budget movies, like a big hyped up movie might do a bit less in the box office because less fans are interested in it. They're more interested in Zaynus and The Great Escape with Keanu Reeves, guys from Sarah. They do a big $250 budget movie, expect it to make 1.3. The movie makes maybe $900 a bit less because less fans are interested in it compared to the way they're interested in IWJ's film career. Guys from Sarah. But chances are Hollywood will charge more to make their $1 billion+ They have to charge more. Ticket prices might soar to maybe $17, $18 for the companies to make their money, right? Yeah, we have to charge more. That way the companies make their money in Hollywood, right? Yeah. Don't hate me, guys, for something, yeah. And the Hollywood executives know they can't compete with BVJ. BVJ are the bank. I know, I made like my $25 billion off my book. You know what I'm saying? I can easily fund $82 million. I can easily pay the actors more than $1 million and give them bigger amount of points. What Hollywood could afford to pay them, obviously. They know that. These actors. That's why they're panicking. Yeah, we can't compete with Sky Source. No, Hollywood cannot compete with Sky Source. Sorry. Amen. Yeah. Yeah. Well, the fans care about the Hollywood actor shows for a movie. Yeah, they will a little bit, obviously, but they mainly care about me and VJ because me and VJ are God with the main event. But they do care, obviously, quite a bit about the actors too because they're famous movie stars in my movie, and the Hollywood actors are going to help build. The A-list actors are going to help build a bit more buzz. But at the end of the day, me and VJ are the main event, obviously. But the A-list actors make my movie better, more entertaining. They help build more buzz. They care about the A-list actors in my movie, but they care mainly about me and VJ. That's my point. We're all the main event. But they do love those actors and their fans, and they care about those actors too. As once I sign Ben Affleck and all those guys, and Keanu Reeves and Matt Damon and Michael Jordan for The Great Escape, all the fans are going to ask them for pictures and all that stuff and interview them on the streets, and it's crazy. The fans love those guys too, but they mainly love me and VJ because we're special. I don't hate you guys for saying yeah. But they're part of the main event with me, obviously. That's why their career feels like it means something. It's worth a lot. It doesn't feel useless and meaningless. Even though it's not useless and meaningless, it doesn't feel like that, right? Because they're part of the main event with IMVJ for the Great Escape movie. When you go back to Hollywood, there's the side tension. The fans will tune into their stuff, but they're sidetracked by IMVJ's fame for the romance story with KJ Apples and They're unique, right? Guys from Sarah? Yeah. That's why The Great Escape will have crazy buzz. I have big actors in that movie, a lot of A-listers. I think I have like 6, 7 A-listers in that movie. Yeah, Michael Jordan, Brie Larson, Paul Bettany. Javi Barman's a minor character, he doesn't count. Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, Keanu Reeves, and Scarlett Johansson. That's 7 A-list actors in the movie. That's why it'll have crazy buzz. Those actors are going to help build the buzz for my movie, obviously, make my movie better. Obviously. And you have two B-list actor couple. And then the minor characters are all like B-list actors. Javier Bardem is the only like A-list actor who's actually a minor character, and the other minor characters are all B-list actors. Pay those guys like 250K, 100K, 300K, 400K for the role. That's a good paycheck for those guys. But they don't get featured in magazines. They don't get merch money. They just get their check. $2,000 a year for another Oscar, and that's it. They don't get the other stuff. The minor characters. Minor characters don't get featured in magazines. Also, they don't get featured. Only the supporting major stars do get featured. Right? That's how it works. Not featured on the merch either, or the posters. No, the minor characters are not featured on that. Obviously. Sarah. Yeah. Yeah. So Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, and Michael B. Jordan, all those guys will be excited. Oh yeah, they will. Yeah. I'm saying. They all compete for the job. I end up choosing them as my first choice. And they get that call from the agent. Yeah, Keanu Reeves, you got the part. He's like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, Keanu, you got the part for the movie. And Keanu Reeves is jumping for joy. His girlfriend Alexandria is proud of him. You know what I'm saying? He's dating this Alexandria chick. Yeah, Michael B. Jordan gets the call from his agent. Yeah, Michael, you got the part. And Michael's like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, you got the part. And his family and friends are all proud of him, obviously. So he got to be famous when he was live in the region, man. They'll experience our worldwide fame with IFEJ. Scarlett Johansson gets the call. Matt Damon and Ben Affleck, they get the call. And their kids, friends, and family are all congratulating them, obviously. Yeah. And Matt Damon and Ben Affleck are best friends for real life, right? That's why I thought it would be cool to have Matt Damon in the movie. Because they're best friends for real life. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt to save Matt Damon and have him be in the movie with Ben Affleck. Have him be part of the good guys. One of the couple who's on the run with me and BJ, obviously. Yeah. Then a couple months later, I fly them all. The jet picks them up in America, Los Angeles, and they fly. All those guys live in America and Los Angeles. They fly on my private jet, like Incredibles. Holy shit, man! Skyscraper blows out of the water. I know. They arrive to my property, my beautiful facilities, and they sign the mega deals. They're huge deals, and I take them out to dinner, obviously, for the Great Escape, right? At Montana's. Yo, Ivan took me out to nice dinner after I saw him. He did. Yeah, he took me out to dinner, man. Yeah, I saw that trending. And yeah, he took us out to dinner, man. Yeah, that's a nice perk, man. After the actors sign the mega deals and they're happy, excited, you take them out to nice dinner, and after that, you do a crazy party in your yacht. Everyone gets drunk, you put music on. Yeah, amazing party, obviously. Yeah. My guys, how does it feel to make all this money be free? Feels good, Ivan. Yeah, they're all on top of that. Feels good, Ivan. Thank you, you're a good man. You're paying me all this money free cash? I'm like, yeah, guys, holy shit. That's like a bonus, man. Yeah. Making all that money being free, the movies are being free, having freedom, amazing feeling, obviously. That's every person's dream, right? It doesn't work that in this world, right? You either have one or the other. It's not both and, right? Yeah. Yeah. So Keanu Reeves and Ben Affleck and all those guys, even though they're big famous ace actors. Yeah, even though they're big famous ace actors, they never experienced that kind of fame before. The fame for The Great Escape is something crazy. It's worldwide national fame. It's crazy, man. All over Europe, all over North America, like Mexico, Japan, China, Australia, New Zealand, going crazy, man. Like, it's crazy fame. That's why the world tour, you're looking at like 80, 100 places I'm speaking at. Something crazy. That's why the Keanu Reeves and all them for The Great Escape, Michael B. Jordan, all those guys are going to get like a $7 million check, even an $8 million check for speaking. $7 million check in speaking, man. Something crazy. Yeah. Like Ben Affleck and Matt Damon and Michael B. Jordan and Keanu Reeves and all them, like once they experience that fame, they feel on top of the world. It's like an adrenaline rush. And they're so happy because they're saved. And they know they're going to be worldwide famous movie stars in an IMDb movie, man. They know the whole world will watch that. They're gonna be world famous after they do the movie, and yeah, that's why after I do the movie, I did open more doors to them in Hollywood. They can sell their movies better now because they're world famous. Everyone knows who they are. My point is, there's still a side tension, even though they can make a bit more money now in Hollywood. There's still a side tension. That's my point, right? But I opened more doors for them in Hollywood. But I told you they don't want to go back to Hollywood. They want to work for me, obviously, right? Yeah, even though I know I can easily get roles in Hollywood, no problem, and I'll make more money. Like, you can easily pay me more. I don't want to go back to Hollywood. Yeah, they're gonna tell me that. As Hollywood will be throwing Keanu Reeves, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Michael B. Jordan a lot of offers. After production's done and they can now accept offers in Hollywood, their agents will be receiving a lot of offers in Hollywood. But Hollywood can't pay them what I paid them for The Great Escape. Keanu Reeves might get a $30 million deal, Ben Affleck a $25 million deal, Matt Damon a $25 million deal. Michael B. Jordan might get a $10, $12 million deal in Hollywood. He knows I can easily pay him more. That's why they're all begging. Yeah, like even though I'm going to make more money in Hollywood, I can sell my movies better now and everything, I'm still the side tension. I'd rather work for Ivan. That's why they're all begging, obviously. The agents are going to tell them to beg. So think about this. Hollywood threw all these actors a lot of offers, and even then the agent tells them to beg. Because their agents know, and managers know, I can pay them way more than what they make in Hollywood. And they know, the agents know their careers are the side tension in Hollywood. That's why they tell them to beg. I'm like, you crazy people, no, I'm not going to be signing you guys. You're not there for a romance story. Crazy people, yeah, you're not good. Sarah, you're not good. There you go. You're not good. Yeah. All right, well, the greatest documentary to be entertaining too. All my documentaries will be entertaining. But the most entertaining one will be Xenos. The Xenos, I'm going to be building the world, the fascinating one. You're going to see the demonic characters of Aerotech and all those guys. But the Great Escape will be amazing too. Yeah. As I will be doing concept arts, a little bit of concept arts for the secret organization, obviously. For the Great Escape. Obviously. Yeah, a little bit of concept arts, right? Yeah. Well, you have a name for the secret organization. Yeah, I will. I don't have a name now in my head, but I will have to come up with a name for the secret organization in the movie. It's a very big, powerful organization. I told you, I have an idea. When me, VJ, and Matt Damon's wife were escaping, obviously, we had this scene when we're running, and we see just like 10 guys appear with like these creepy masks. And they chase us, and then we run to the car, and we get in the car, and we drive. And all of a sudden, we see some other guys with masks. They're chasing us in their car. You get this beat like boom, 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 boom. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, Matt Damon's like, fuck me. You know what I'm saying? And we're driving in the city and all stuff. And while we're driving in the city, and the guys are chasing us with the cars, we see in some of the buildings, there's people peeking through the windows with masks, which symbolizes how big the company is, and there's no getting out. And me, VJ, and Matt Damon's like, we're like, holy shit. You know, like the Matrix with Keanu Reeves? With the Smiths and the peeking through the window? Yeah, you have a few people peeking through the window. So Davis Corner and John Live, you're a genius. I know. And Keanu Reeves is the main villain, obviously, with Scarlett Johansson and Paul Bettany. Paul Bettany, too, will be a villain, too. They're the main villains. But the other guys chasing us are minor characters, but they're the main villains of the story. Obviously. Yeah. So when you have people peek through the window, like the Matrix, not like a bunch of people like the Matrix, but you have a few people peeking through the window, it symbolizes how big the organization is. There's no getting out. You can't escape this organization. And me and Vito are the lucky one who escaped. And Matt Damon and his wife almost escaped. Because I want to give Matt Damon his time to shine in the movie and just kick ass and be a badass movie star secret agent with me and VJ. That's why I'm going to give him his time to shine. But he eventually dies. And me and VJ are the last couple left, and we actually escape. That's why I'm calling it the Great Escape, obviously. Yeah, sick movie. Yeah. That's what how I was lucky and scars above the water. Anyways, guys, this is where I enjoyed the show. So I remember saying, peace. Don't hate me, guys. Peace out, guys. Who guys enjoyed the show from my Mara.